fan-made content for this Premier League season.
Bringing that real fan experience.
Want to see some crazy?
Wherever you are in the world,
bringing you the latest opinions
and fan reactions.
Back again.
Welcome to FanPark.
Brand new shows every week.
UFF are going hard this year, you know. So make sure you lock in.
Come on!
Real fan opinions brought to you by Wash and Go.
Yes, we are. Hello and welcome to FanPark Live with me, Adam Charles from the Fifth Official. I'm here in my glasses with the two greats because I felt left out. Obviously, everyone else is wearing glasses. I have to wear glasses too.
Stealing my look. Those are shades. Only one guy wears shades, and it's the kid, Double H.
The kid, Double H.
Thank you. Always young.
Always young, apparently. Gone.
Of course, Neeks from Neeks Sports.
Of course, Neeks from Neeks Sports. But we've just watched. Oh my God. Okay, you weren't lying. We just watched an Arsenal game, and I was very ecstatic because I predicted 4-0 beforehand. It was 4-0, and then let me try and pronounce this name. Volodymyr Chesnakov.
Voldemort
made it 4-1.
Banger.
And
Absolute
now
banger.
Vaclav Sharpa has made it 4-2. So unfortunately, Arsenal do not finish this game with a clean sheet as I thought they were going to. It's a bit of a shame, but regardless, Arsenal played well. There's no two ways about it. Guys, what do you think of Arsenal's performance? I'll go to Have Hope first because I know you want to hate on Arsenal.
No, look, it was a good performance, but you have to look at the opposition. I think you can only beat what is in front of you.
Definitely.
That's the key thing. But at the end of the day, I still have questions about that to defense. And the very fact that you're conceding 2 against a team that I've never heard of in my life. You know, a team that I think was invented last week. I think it's a bit crazy. So I just think that we do not know how good that defense can hold up. But still, Aubameyang, we know what he can do. Quality striker. He will be. He's Nigerian. All Nigerians are blessed. That's the fact of fact.
Well, it's not.
So what are you talking about?
It's a fact. It's a fact. Everyone knows. You know, and you know.
I don't know a damn
yes,
thing.
you do. Yes, you do. So Iwobi was man of the match and everything like that. So I think that
because of the fact that he's Nigerian.
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool.
But I think that for Arsenal, I mean, I would have liked Lacazette to play, and I think if you saw him on the bench, he wasn't too happy that he didn't play.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that what Emery's thinking, you know what, Lacazette and Aubameyang, I'm going to save these guys and save Lacazette for the Premier League games. So I think, look, it was very good. Lots of chances created. Yeah. Good open play. I thought everybody looked good on the ball. So yeah, I think, look, it's very hard to really try and think of how you rate the performance because the opposition was bad.
No, it's true. It's something I spoke to Adam about. I think it was when it was 1-0 to Arsenal in terms of like when you're watching your team in the Europa League. How do you feel? How do you think? And it's like, obviously you want to win every game, and Arsenal's done that. They've the opposition in front of them, you beat them. But it's something actually Javon said. It's kind of like watching the Carabao Cup. We might, but Man United were playing Derby, for example. I don't want to lose to Derby, but if we win, I'm not going to be jumping from the rooftops.
But you were clapping after every goal. You were standing and clapping after every goal.
Let me make this clear.
But let me just say, but Arsenal, they beat the opposition in front of them. They scored some good goals.
Very good goals.
Aubameyang, of course, and he hit the post as well with another brilliant shot. We know that he scores goals. When he was at Borussia Dortmund, he scores goals, and that's what he's come to Arsenal to do. When he started this, when he joined in January, he was on a very good run, scoring especially at home.
Yeah.
So for Arsenal's sake, you just hope it continues. But for me, you can't base anything on this performance other than maybe minutes in the legs. That's literally
listen. I have no shame in celebrating the goals, in cheering goals that were scored in Europa League because I support my team no matter what. And any fan would do the same. If we get relegated down to
all 5 of them in the stadium.
Yeah, whatever. If we get relegated to the Championship and we end up beating Leeds, what, am I not going to support my team just because we're beating Leeds? Of course not. So whether it's Vorskla or whatever their bloody name is, or it's Leeds, I will celebrate
should you be
my
standing
goal.
and clapping?
Of course I should be standing and clapping. Of course I should be standing and clapping. What should I do? Just sit there? Yeah, that's a really good goal.
But my issues are how the mighty have fallen because remember, these used to be the Invincibles, Champions League final, Henry. from that to your standing and clapping
Let me ask you
over
a question.
team,
Did I take my top off?
Did
I take my top off and run down the corridor?
You almost
No.
did.
Now,
You almost did.
You were close to it.
Not
Adam.
even if. When we win the Champions League, yeah, when we get back into it and we start winning the
When
when we win the
top
Champions League, you'll see me back my top off and I'll run down here. But I stood up, I clapped for Ozil, I clapped for Aubameyang. There's nothing wrong with that.
Why are you clapping for Ozil? For what?
Because he scored a goal. In fact, 2 and 2.
I mean,
What? But anyway, that's one of the debates we're gonna have. I'll even talk you through it. One debate is, can Aubameyang emulate Henry? Who asked that question? None other than Have Hope himself. And this is a mad hot take. Should Leno and Torreira start? Because obviously we saw them start today. I've seen a couple of people in the comments asking or saying Leno proves why he shouldn't. Then we've got Eriksen versus Ozil, who's the better number 10. And then we're going to touch on some other subjects because obviously Chelsea played today. Apparently Morata is a bum. That's
is a brick.
He's a brick, a bum. It's just confirming everything we know already. And then is Salah a one-season wonder?
Yep.
That wasn't me. Any Liverpool fans watching, it wasn't me. It was
disclaimer.
I just want to get that out there. It weren't me that said that. So yeah, we just want to get that. But yeah, have we got any calls, Jovan? Yeah, let's put it through. Hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What's your name and who do you support?
Hey, my name's Tony. I support Arsenal.
How you doing, Tony?
Yeah, not bad at all. So I'm pleased about the result. Obviously, coming is the old poor side. They weren't, they weren't that good. But it's
Arsenal?
good to see, the team putting them away very easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Who impressed you most tonight, though?
To be honest with you, I think Alex Iwobi was excellent.
Thank you.
He was absolutely fantastic. By far the man of the match of the game. He drove the team forward, and he's really improved. He's really showed that he's improved a hell of a lot under Unai Emery. I think if we're all being honest with ourselves, he should be starting on the left. I like Aubameyang from the left, and I think today Aubameyang showed that his precision, especially with finesse shooting, is really on point. But I will also say that I don't really like the fact that he's out of the game so much. And I think
who's that? Aubameyang?
A better side, he could have been quiet. So that's the only thing. Seeing him and Lacazette, the contrast is quite loud.
Okay.
Lacazette gets involved in the game. He closes people down. He links play. He wins balls in the air. He runs the channels. He's constantly in the game. I think. So then,
what
touches each game.
What do you do with Aubameyang? Because if you're having Iwobi on the left and possibly Lacazette up front, you spent how much? 60 million on Aubameyang?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What do you do with him? Are you saying bench?
I personally, we all know Unai's not going to play Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. He likes.
Didn't he do that?
Why not?
He did that against was it Cardiff?
Yeah. He did. Is that something that you'd like to see?
Are you saying he played a 4-2-2?
No. Aubameyang played on the left hand side.
Yeah, he played on the left. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like he wants to change the formation.
No.
In all honesty, guys, I would say he has to play them up front together or bench Aubameyang because he can't do what Iwobi's done today. So Iwobi was driving the team forward. Do you know what I mean? Out of
Aubameyang and Lacazette, you'd rather Lacazette started?
I'm not getting confused over this performance. Lacazette could have banged a hat-trick against his team. Let's not get it twisted. If we look at the performances in the Premier League, Lacazette has probably been our best player. Okay? Aubameyang, in the Premier League has been below par.
But would you not?
I need to see him in the Premier League.
No, but let me say, when Aubameyang came in January, I believe Lacazette's best performances were when Aubameyang was playing from the left. He assisted a lot of goals for Lacazette, and I felt they built a bit of a partnership, not like a natural strike partnership two up front, but they built an understanding. Obviously, what Aubameyang doesn't offer is the defensive work that Iwobi will give you. He's not a winger, is he? He's a striker. He's being forced out there, but I think Aubameyang has to play.
He's the best. Basically, Aubameyang is the best.
Was you guys not impressed with Iwobi today?
They're up. All right. Listen.
Say that again.
Was you not impressed with Iwobi today?
No, I was. But I have to. I'm not a massive Iwobi fan. So
Why not?
Because I think for the hype that was around him. No, there was some hype around him when him and Welbeck were playing against Everton.
Don't compare him to Welbeck. Don't compare him to Welbeck. Don't do that.
But he has
don't do that.
At the time when Rashford burst onto the scene, there was a lot of hype from Arsenal fans that Iwobi was going to be that kind of guy, and he is not that
anyway,
guy.
Listen, Tony, thank you very much for your call. We've got lots of comments and calls to get through.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Make sure you call again.
Yeah.
He is no
Right.
Rashford.
So we've got comments. You're getting some. You're getting some heat. The guy with the glasses is an idiot. Get that sunglasses guy out of here. Someone also said you're autistic. I don't really know where they've got that from, but there we go. But then there's some people saying that Torreira is Arsenal's best midfielder.
He is.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Then some people are talking about the fact that Leno must have made a mistake. We must have missed the second goal. I don't know, because people are saying that Leno shouldn't be starting over Czech.
Why not? Sounds cool.
I don't really know.
Sounds cool.
What do you think about Petr Cech though? That's the real question.
Can we be real?
Yes.
Let's be real. Petr Cech has not been relevant since 2004.
Why?
2004.
What, since he had his head?
No. You can't say that.
I did not stutter. Yeah.
No, that wasn't 2004. That was
Petr-
2000. That was 2000.
Petr Cech at his best was maybe 04, 05.
04, 05.
That was when he was at his
So
best.
why does that mean that he's not?
For me, Petr Cech as of right now, sorry, he ain't it. He ain't it. Leno is a better keeper, and he cannot play with his feet. Emery, there is no point in you trying to fit a triangle inside a square, because for some reason you're like, no, I was the manager who made Cech into this dude. No. This guy, for much of his career, has never really been used to using his feet.
He's never been a great keeper.
But why does that mean that he can't ever use his feet?
You
said earlier what?
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
The man's probably got a year or two at best on his contract.
Okay.
You've bought a keeper in.
Yeah.
For a sizable amount of money, 26. I think it's about 26. 30
Younger,
something
fresher.
That.
It's nothing.
No, yeah. When you compare to some of the keepers, but it's still 30 million. How much did Man City pay for Ederson? 34 million, maybe 10 million difference between Ederson and Leno.
Right.
And what did Pep Guardiola do? He brought in. He said, "All right, I need a keeper who can play with my feet." I brought in Bravo. All right, Bravo lacked in certain areas. Get rid. Brought in Ederson. He knew that Joe Hart hasn't played with his feet throughout his whole career.
Yeah.
He does not have that ability. Why is Emery trying to force Cech to do something at this late age that is not natural to him?
He can't do it.
We'll see. Listen, we're going to take some more calls. If guys, make sure you call in as well, 0203-606-0315. I think that's the number.
That's correct.
That was off the dome. Hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What is your name and who do you support?
My name's Ikel and I support Arsenal.
Lovely,
What's going on,
lovely.
guys?
How you feeling about tonight's game?
I'm feeling nice. We won the game. I feel like we're supposed to win the game, but it's kind of, I feel salty about letting in 2 goals at the end of the game. It's not good.
It's not great.
Second rate.
And do you think that that's the area that Arsenal need to improve on the most? Their defense, their goalkeeper. Which one do you think?
Honestly, what you got to realize is every time a team lets in at least 4 shots on target, we concede a goal. There hasn't been a game, I don't think, over the past 2 years, I don't remember having more than 6 clean sheets. I watch a lot of games. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But
Emery's bought a keeper.
I can't remember 6 clean sheets off the top of my head.
And he's bought Socrates. He's bought Lichtsteiner. What are these?
Mustafi's trash.
No, but so why did he not strengthen more in the defense? I don't understand. Like he had a whole. He had a whole summer.
I think it's an organizational issue, because if you see where players are shooting from and where they're scoring from, honestly, if you let anyone get into the box, like against Newcastle, did you see where he got the shot off? It was a cross into the box. First, you have to stop the cross. Today, the guys messed up. First, Danny Welbeck messed up with the header. Then Lichtsteiner messed up with his feet.
Yeah.
It's little mistakes. It consistently happens. So what happens is the players, they lose concentration. They think we can score 5 goals every game.
But people told me Lichtsteiner, he had the experience to come in and do what Bellerin wasn't.
He's getting older.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Let's not do that. You're right.
It could have been a simple lapse in concentration.
What? But he said it's organizational. This man came from Juve.
Okay.
Where it was all about organization.
So Ramos. Okay.
Right. So let me ask you. If it's an organizational issue, how long do you give Emery to stamp out these types of mistakes? Because we can all say, it was Vorskla or whatever, but against the bigger teams, we'll get punished even more. We won't get the chance to score 4 goals. So how long do you give it before you...
I think we need to see what happens when they go up. Because the issue that we have is we know we can score goals. Once we go up, I don't see the hunger of getting the clean sheet. I think once they get one clean sheet or two clean sheets, then they might start feeling the pressure and realize that they need to more push for getting clean sheets and not letting in goals. Because they think we can score 3 goals every game. It's not going to happen. Against the top teams, we're not going to score 3 goals every game.
Look, I mean, basically, Emery and clean sheets doesn't go. He's an attacking manager. So he's not going to sit down and say, okay, kids, let's now work on some ABC of defending. It's not going to happen.
You hear that?
If you're going to progress in the Premier League, you have to.
There we go.
We saw Liverpool flop last year because they couldn't defend, and look what they're doing this year because they can defend.
No, Liverpool flopped because Jared
defending wins the league.
Last season.
Scoring goals makes a good game. Do you guys agree?
Defending wins the league, and scoring goals wins you games. That's a great final quote to end on. Thank you very much for calling.
Have a good day.
Again. You too. Now, obviously, just to take it away from football, because someone in the comments, this one spun me. He said, why do you guys have time to talk about football but no time to talk about our young stars knife down each other every day and night?
What?
Fam.
Fam. I mean, this is.
How did you take it there, bro?
FanPark Live.
We just came to talk about football, guy.
Vorskla, I mean,
jeez.
Yeah, I mean, like.
So obviously Javan says because you've seen 3 black people,
we must talk about
knife crime in the streets. Listen, obviously
that's mad.
It's a travesty what is happening, but this is not the platform. This is not the platform to be discussing that. But take it up with Theresa May and your local MP because they're the people that are gonna.
They're the guys behind it.
Yes. So but obviously, rep to everyone that has died this year, but. Now, how do we
go on with that? Well, obviously, we spoke about Aubameyang.
We did. Let's just take another call. Yeah. Anyway, hello. You're free to FanPark Live. What's your name and who do you support?
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim. Man like Jim. Is that your own name?
Yeah, Jim.
Okay, Jim. I'm Frank.
Yeah, I want to talk about. I think people talking about Arsenal's defense. I thought it was good today, barring the 2 individual errors.
Then it wasn't.
We were good. I thought it was solid, and I've got another hot take. I think we can win the Prem.
Hell no. Hell no.
Where's the soundboard? Where's the soundboard? Where's the laughing track?
That's what we need a soundboard.
Where's the laughing track?
That's not a hot take. That's a mad take. Okay, that's a mad take. You're crazy. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Why not have hope?
Bro.
Because Arsenal are not sniffing Liverpool. They're not sniffing Man City. They're not on their level. So you're saying that. You're just saying that.
But he didn't say when.
Yo, let me speak 1 minute.
Okay.
So last season, our home record was, 2 points shy of Man City's. We were second in the league for home record. Our away record is what needed fixing.
Okay.
If we got, just per se, let's just say we won all the teams in the bottom half of the league, we would have finished top 4. You know that, don't you?
But you didn't.
Ifs and buts doesn't mean anything. I deal in facts.
If my auntie had a then
okay,
bro,
bro.
I don't understand.
You don't really think Arsenal are going to win the league this season, do you?
I think we can. I've just said we can because we just need to fix our away form. At home, we are the only team that can win us at home are Man City. I'm telling you that from
That's
now.
easier said than
the
done.
Team that will win us.
Okay. So I could hear Javan screaming in the back. All right. So you're basically saying, providing Arsenal fix their away form and clean up away from home, they can and have a realistic chance of winning the Premier League this season.
Yes, because if we win,
my brother.
Last season we drew to West Brom away.
Yeah.
Cardiff, everyone's going to tip Cardiff to finish bottom of the league. We won them. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've already picked up an extra 2 points.
Yeah.
Newcastle last season we lost 2-1 to.
Okay.
We won them this season 2-1. So that's already an extra 4 points away from home.
Can I just say something?
This is Carol Vorderman just calculating.
You know the funny thing is, every year that Arsenal don't win the league, they don't win the league, and this is probably going on for about 5 years plus, there's always a caveat. It's like our home form, and this is not just you. The home form was great. If our away form was better, we would have won the league. Then the next season, it's like our away form was brilliant. If our home form was better, we win the league. Then it'll be like, we scored the most goals. If we can defend. We defended where we can't score. If we beat the top 6, we don't beat the bottom. We beat the bottom, we don't beat the top 6. The fact is, Arsenal have not been able to put together a 38-game season wherever you win the league since 2004, and they're not going to do it this season.
Listen, Jim, thank you very much.
Let me finish, man. Come on, man.
Go on. No. Have your final say, because this is nonsense.
No, come on. I was going to say, I think that Arsenal, like I said, if we just win the bottom teams away from home, I'm telling you from now, we'll mount a title challenge.
A title challenge.
Jim, thank you very much. Yeah, good night.
Arsenal will be lucky to get into the top 4.
Listen.
You can't believe it. You can't believe it.
So obviously, hold on, we're coming there. Someone said, "Man is smoking some good stuff." Yep, you're right. He got jokes. Arsenal are a million miles away from that. Someone said he's more deluded than Ty. And apparently Emery did say that he would rather win 4-3 than 1-0, and he's definitely an attacking manager and he prefers that style.
There we go.
So
they're gonna leak goals.
Do you think Arsenal, all right, maybe not this season, but how long will it take for Arsenal to win a league title?
Arsenal win the league under Emery.
Okay, what did Emery do in La Liga? Fair enough, Barcelona and Real Madrid. A lot of people would say that for Sevilla, they actually underachieved because I don't think he finished in the top 4 many times with Sevilla. Fair enough, Europa League, he was great. League-wise, for the team he had and how well he did in Europa League, he actually underwhelmed in La Liga. Under Emery, Arsenal are not dreaming.
But there's people in the comments asking why not though.
I'll tell you why. Because Man City are so far ahead of Arsenal. That's one team they have to catch. Liverpool are so far ahead of Arsenal. That's 2 teams they have to catch.
Man City don't look as good as they did last
and they're still so far ahead of Arsenal.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Manchester United are ahead of Arsenal.
Are they?
They are. Yes, they are.
Manchester
United. No. Let's chill.
Are Tottenham ahead of Arsenal?
Let's chill. United, let's chill.
Are Tottenham ahead of Arsenal? Because this time last season, everyone was saying, "Oh, Tottenham are so much. They're a bigger club than Arsenal." Where's that now?
No.
Where's
Manchester
United
are a better team and a better club than Arsenal right now. They are. Chelsea are better than Arsenal. So that's 5 teams. I would say that realistically, Tottenham is the only team in the top 6 that Arsenal can compete with right now. Okay. And that's a Tottenham who bought 0 players. And that's one less than one. But that shows that with all Arsenal's investment, they are barely caught up.
But we have better players than Tottenham anyway.
Barely, but it's a team. I'm talking about it's a team.
Yeah, but we have a better
team. You don't have better players than Arsenal.
United are not better.
And
you do not have better players.
I'm so glad we've got here.
You don't have better players than Tottenham.
I'm going to ask you, who's better, Ozil or Eriksen?
Eriksen.
You're smoking.
Eriksen.
You're smoking crack.
Wait.
You're smoking crack.
Let me stop
how have you got a 9 to 5 when you have a drug addiction? How have you got a 9 to 5 when you have a drug addiction?
Eriksen.
As of right now, Eriksen is.
Since they both joined the league, Eriksen, and we can take it to stats, we can take it to eyes, or we can take it to both. I got 4 eyes, and I got the stats to back it up.
My brother, I've got 4 eyes as well. Yeah?
Eriksen and Arsenal, and Ozil, when they both joined the league in 2012, Eriksen has a better goals per game ratio. Ozil has a slightly better assists per game ratio, but overall, their contribution per game, Eriksen completely outweighs Ozil. You can say something for a minute. I'm going to bring the stats up because it's something that I spoke about recently.
Oh, my
and no, but say what you need to say. I'm going to bring it up.
Who's better?
As of right now, Eriksen.
Why?
He does more and is far more influential. Ozil disappears far too often in big games. The only time Ozil was truly relevant was at Real Madrid. I'm sorry.
So
he's washed up. He's not the same dude anymore. He's still talented. For me, Ozil has more ability than Eriksen. But as far as form, who would I trust more to create for me right now? It's Eriksen. Ozil is the better football player, has more ability, but Eriksen for me is far more effective.
In the 3 full seasons, and then at the start of this season, Ozil, so this is excluding the weekend just gone. Actually, to be fair, they both scored this week, so it kind of evens itself out.
Ozil just got another one, so it's 2. Thank you very much.
But Eriksen scored anyway.
Ozil, yep.
Ozil's goal to game ratio is 1 goal every 5.4 games,
okay, but we know
compared to Eriksen of 1 every 3.9 games.
But that's nonsense.
Ozil's assist record is 1 every 3 games compared to Eriksen 1 every 3.5. So Eriksen is a bigger goal threat in terms of goals considerably, and he's slightly less in terms of the assists.
But
his
overall, I can tell you why that is, though. I can tell you why that is.
Because Eriksen's a better.
No, it's because he's on set pieces. Ozil doesn't take set pieces.
Wait, it's not my fault. Ozil's not good enough to take set pieces.
So of course he's gonna have more of a direct.
If you're good enough, what you're saying is you're gonna penalise Eriksen because he's good at free kicks.
I'm not saying I'm penalising him at all.
That's a boost. He's better at free kicks than Ozil. Therefore, he's better.
I'm not penalising. That's a bit of because if Ozil was on set pieces,
okay.
Who is Arsenal's direct set piece?
And you're getting cornered in the comments because
Who is Arsenal's direct set piece taker?
Wait, who's it?
Bruv, we don't even have one.
But if Eriksen was there, it would be Eriksen. If Eriksen was there, it would be Eriksen.
Anyway,
because Eriksen is a better direct free. Ozil can't even shoot. Ozil can't even shoot.
Man are all screaming in that.
No, because you're not chatting crap. Sorry, you're not chatting. Eriksen.
Wait. Let's take it back. First of all, are United really better than Arsenal?
Yeah.
No, you can't. That's not something. That's not something.
No, it's not.
Listen, let me. And
we finished second last year. That's facts.
Everyone loves to hate on Arsenal.
I don't hate Arsenal
because United are better than Arsenal.
I don't hate on Arsenal.
Liverpool are so far ahead of Arsenal. Chelsea are so far. Listen, just leave Arsenal be.
We're talking about Arsenal.
We're doing our thing.
What team?
We're doing our thing.
It's Vorskla.
Hold on. We just won 4-2. Yeah, that's that. You didn't hear anyone talk about United yesterday. You man, well done. You won. We won 4-2.
Champions League.
Okay, that's Champions League.
Just checking.
And when we get back in, not if, when we get back in.
Not under Emery.
Okay, and this is why. You're catching
that. We're talking about Arsenal.
But let's talk about Aubameyang and Henry. That's what you wanted to do. Go on, have hope.
No.
All right, yeah. Let's take some more calls first. Come on, guys.
All right, let's roll with the calls, man.
Hello.
Who bossed the World Cup? Wow. Who? No, Eriksen over the World Cup.
I'm very sorry that you just called in and heard screaming. And heard
you are getting me mad. You are getting me mad.
Howling down the line.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's your name and who do you support? I'm very sorry that you just called in. And can you please turn your device down in the back? Hello? Hello? 5?
Hello?
Yes. Can you please turn down your device?
Turn down the stream. We can hear us.
Thank you. All right. So come on. Now, who do you support, sir? Sorry. Yeah. Listen, if you're gonna call in, do it properly.
You like to mention the World Cup when we're talking about Hazard.
Where's the next call? Super chat on the. Okay. We're making.
Well, actually, go to the comments.
We're making history.
You're saying
the first super.
Let's do the super chats, man.
The first super fat on the. What does it say? On their day, Ozil is better, but Eriksen is way more consistent, and I'm an Arsenal fan. Facts are.
That is the bottom line.
Hold on a minute.
Read the whole thing out.
How can
read the whole thing out? Read it again, please.
Okay. He said
who is it?
It's from Brent D. Who paid $5 to tell us this?
Come, Brent.
My friend. They have change for you.
Tart the team.
On their day, I think Ozil is better, but Eriksen is way more consistent. And I'm an Arsenal fan. Facts are facts. Hold on. How can he try to end his thing with facts? What facts did you put in?
He heard my facts.
What facts did you put in?
Eriksen's more consistent.
What? That Ozil has a better assist rate. That's a fact.
But a contribution rate. Who has a better one? 1.87 compared to 1.95.
No, Adam, let's be real. Who was more consistent last season? Okay, last season. Who was more consistent, Eriksen or Ozil last season?
Listen, don't ask me stupid questions.
I didn't say listen, I said who was more consistent, Eriksen or Ozil?
Questions. I asked the questions here. I asked the questions.
The roles are switched. Eriksen or Ozil, who was more consistent last season?
Yes, obviously there's a debate to be had, isn't it?
Eriksen's more. I think there's a debate. Eriksen is more consistent every season.
Have we got more calls, Javon? All right, hit me with a couple calls. And hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What's your name and who do you support?
Eriksen.
Yeah, I'm Wayne. Support Arsenal.
Yes, my guy. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I'm good. Just big up all the man. I watch you guys all the time.
Love that. What do you think about tonight's game?
Boy, we shouldn't have conceded the 2 goals, but other than that, we were pretty good. I think. And, considering it's Europa League and it's the only way, I don't think it's the only way we're going to get back into Champions League, but it was a good performance, essentially. The defense was solid until the first goal. And I just want to address the argument that Manchester United is better than Arsenal. That's ridiculous.
What? Of course. Why? Yeah, let the man speak.
It's just ridiculous. They really aren't. When you look at it, yeah, they beat Young Boys yesterday, but people were getting excited about beating Young Boys, but it's Young Boys. Come on.
Young Boys.
All right.
That's a team supported by the Catholic Church, and they're called Young Boys.
That's right.
And, beating Young Boys, you're supposed to. Everybody's getting excited
that's
about
not why we're
scoring
better.
3 goals and having this great performance against young boys, but they're supposed to be young boys.
That's
But
right.
no,
You lost
it's
to
not a-
Brighton and Tottenham at home.
Wait, so now I've realised, now we reduce everything down to, I don't know,
And you have a mutant
3
in your hands
games,
with Timo
4
Mourinho.
games, 5 games. When I'm saying Man United are better, I'm not saying Manchester United are playing better right now. I'm not saying Man United are on better form than Arsenal, or even though we've got the same amount of points or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you judge over even a 1-year period, let's say a 2-year period, Manchester United are better than us. They perform better. They've won bigger trophies. And if you want to go further back, then it's not even worth talking about.
What do you have to say to that?
And we've got better players.
Well, I mean, we can go back to last season. They had, the second best or maybe the best defensive record in the league, but that number is misleading because you had David De Gea in goal.
But he's our player.
David De Gea faced probably the most shots in the league.
No, it was net.
That's cool. That's
and facing so many shots.
But that's like saying,
that doesn't make any sense.
But the difference is we would face shots, and our goalkeeper. Remember, we have bought him. We have employed him. He's a part of Manchester United. Arsenal would face those same shots, and as the caller said previously, they face 4 shots. And they concede 2.
Listen,
so
sir,
wait, so now it's a stain on us that we've got a good goalkeeper.
Thank you very much for your call. Make sure you call in again because I loved it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a good
respect.
night, man.
Big up.
Imagine.
Jeez.
No, you can't say United are better than
Salah.
What
Salah
has
had
United
so
done?
many chances last season. He missed a lot, but he was still the top goal scorer.
Let's see.
You cannot punish him for getting chances. You cannot punish. You can't say, because De Gea makes saves.
Mujib Ahmed said this Man U fan is probably salty at the fact that Ozil rejected a move to them. You know what? Well said, my bro. Well said, my bro. Let's just read them out.
What?
We love it.
And also, how do United have better players than Thingy? Apart from
Watford are better than Arsenal this season. Grumpy cat.
But that's the point. But that's the point. We could reduce it down to 5 games and say Watford are the 4th best team in England. No, we're not gonna do that, are we?
Stuart Wood said this is SHIT without Terry. I'm sorry.
Okay. What can we do?
Do you know what I mean?
Terry ain't here, man. You've got chocolate love here, man. I'm sorry.
Turn off the computer and go to sleep. That's it.
Man,
You don't
Terry
like
ain't
it,
here,
don't
man.
watch.
You've got the three cats here, man. Look, man.
Donut.
Man, get that guy out of here, man.
Anyway.
No, but seriously, how do United have better players than Arsenal? I don't understand.
Go on. Cool.
Apart from Pogba.
Bring them on.
Lukaku's not better than Aubameyang. Don't you dare tell me that.
I didn't say anything.
Thank you.
Hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What's your name and who do you support?
My name's Jay. I support Arsenal.
Hello,
I'm
Jay.
the owner of the footballist. Check me out. But yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Lovely.
Right, nice.
What do you want to say?
Alright, cool. I've got 2 things to talk about. So obviously I want to talk about the Arsenal match, but I want to talk about this Ozil Eriksen debate. Now, everyone's saying that Ozil goes missing in the big games. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an Arsenal fan. I expect him to turn up a bit more. But that's a bit of a myth. I'm not gonna lie. I've got the stats in front of me, and I'm about to
Bring them.
I'll bring them.
Go on.
Cool.
Oh, jeez.
One moment.
This guy actually came with receipts. I can't believe it.
You're gonna come with receipts, man. This is good.
Cool. Eriksen, 43 games against the top 6, 6 goals, 7 assists. Basically, 0.3 goals and assists per game. Cool. Dele Alli, 25 games, 7 goals, 2 assists, 0.36 goals and assists per game. Mesut Ozil, 37 games, 6 goals, 9 assists, 0.41 goals and assists per game. And he's only behind De Bruyne and David Silva. It's a bit of a myth when you compare him against other people. He's done better than them.
No,
it's not.
What?
And you know what? And the caller said, it was actually the comment. He said, Ozil is more talented or has more ability. I completely agree. 100%. That wasn't a question. But as a point I always make, there are more weaker teams, smaller teams in the league than there are big teams.
But he just told you the top 6.
No, is that listen? I said there's more weaker teams than there are big teams. Yes, there's 6 big teams and there's 4 teams. Right, cool. So for you to dominate the league, you need to do it against the majority of the league. It's not just stop. That doesn't mean stop.
Why?
What arguments are we having?
Hold on. Let the caller talk. Sorry, go on.
So it's the thing that every time people talk about Ozil, it's like, oh, he's good against this team, he's good against this team, but he never turns up in the big games. He always goes missing this, that, boom. I just debunked all of that with a couple stats right there.
That's fine.
Okay.
But that was never my argument.
Tell me about the game today, because you said you had 2 points, right?
All right, cool. The game today, I thought the game today was like pretty good. So I'm not really, I didn't have much to complain about. Like, you look at the goals that we conceded, there were two kind of outside the box, two good shots. You can't really do much about that. I thought Socrates was really good today. Like, I don't get why everyone kept saying he's slow. The guy looked really quick in recovery, made some crunching tackles, impressed with him. Torreira, good passes. Maybe he could have pushed up a bit more, but he was great still. I'm happy about the performance today, even if it is against some unknown Ukraine side.
We respect that. Thank you
Big
very
up,
much
Jay.
for your
Big up,
call.
Jay.
Man.
Yeah, check out the Footballers on Instagram. Best football page out there. Don't forget it.
Boom.
Big up.
I just saw. Right, so we've got a super chat. Romain McKenzie has paid $10 to tell us this. Oh, right, man just paid $10 to
call out his name. Shout out Romain McKenzie. Big up, big up.
Yo.
But I can't just respond to something that Jay said.
Look, he hit you with facts, man. He hit you with facts.
What about you moving the goalpost?
No, can I respond? I never at no point mentioned that Ozil didn't turn to big games. I didn't. Did I say that? I brought out stats across all games since they've been in the Premier League. So that includes big and includes small. The reality is, as I said about one of the callers, they said, oh, if Arsenal can do better at home or do better away, it's about doing it across the whole season. One point that some people might make is that when it's the big games, you don't have to get players up for it. It's the smaller games that it's like, oh, you need to motivate X, Y, Z. The reality is, if Ozil has got the third best stats behind David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, why is it that when you look at his overall, he's behind Christian Eriksen? It's because in the other 14 teams that he plays, i.e. 28 games, he's not performing at the same rate when he's in the game. And that's not to say Eriksen doesn't perform, because it was 0.3 to 0.4.
Put it this way, wait. Put it this way. If you're creating, like, say, an amazing team, superstar team, and the only player you're missing is a number 10, you've got an amazing place, great striker, great everything. Who do you choose to be your number 10, Eriksen or Ozil?
But like, before Ozil came to Arsenal, I would say Ozil.
No.
But if you ask me today, if you ask me today, I'm picking Eriksen.
Anyway,
You're mad.
Thank you.
You're mad.
Romain McKenzie finally said something. He said Ozil is better. He plays in better teams, wins more cups, and better than Erica on his lazy and sick days.
All right, so did John O'Shea won more?
Okay. Yep, we're not even going to dwell on that.
John O'Shea won more trophies than
take Eriksen over
Sol
Ozil.
Campbell. What does that mean?
He's going to take Eriksen over Ozil
right
in
now.
the superstar
Today.
Jose Donko says United have Smalling and Lindelof. They don't compare to if Koscielny weren't injured. Socrates been outperforming United defenders as well.
Better players, man.
Theo Panayotu, I think that's how you pronounce the name, said, well done to the lads today. Love that, because Arsenal won. Listen, do you think Arsenal can win this competition?
Yes.
Okay.
They've got a manager who knows how to win it.
No.
And they've got players who can compete with, I would say right now, the teams who are in the competition. It all depends
who drops
in.
That's the key, basically.
Because if you look at the group that Liverpool's in, for example, it's Liverpool, PSG, and Napoli, and obviously someone else. If one of those three go into the Europa League, then you would say they go above Arsenal as a favourite to win the competition.
Same
with
the Barcelona group as well. Like if Inter or Tottenham or even PSV drop out,
or even Barca,
one of those.
Why not mention Barca?
No.
Why not mention Barca?
Are Barca really going to drop down?
All right.
Are they really?
Clip it,
Javon.
Clip it.
Give us some more.
Get this guy out of here, man. No, seriously, get this guy out of here.
Give us some more calls, please.
Get this guy out of here.
Thank you,
That's a mad thing.
Source for trainers, $2. Love that. Budget. Ozil should play in a Pirlo role or be benched.
Bench. I prefer bench.
A Pirlo role and that's how will that work?
Bench is probably his best position right now.
Why are you a hater? Is no more calls, bro? Thank you, sir. Yeah.
So Arsenal played great today before. Okay.
Hello, you're so. Hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What's your name? Who do you support? And are Arsenal going to win the Europa League?
Yes, we are.
Love that. Beautiful.
Wait, is that his name?
My name is Ibrahim and I'm a Guna, yeah.
Thank you, Ibrahim.
You're gonna wait. So you're gonna win so even if Napoli and or PSV drop out, you still think you're gonna win?
Yeah, I think we have a chance, you know. Like, who else did you say? Napoli and who?
PSV.
PSG could drop in.
No, I don't think PSG
hell out of here.
will drop out to the Europa, but like, I think if Napoli drop out, then yeah.
Well, what about Chelsea? Look, man, Chelsea have the best player in the world.
We've beaten Chelsea multiple times, like, out of the 4 games or something like that. I don't know the stats properly, but we beat them majority of the time.
Love that. And who was your man of the match tonight?
I have to give it between Aubameyang or Iwobi.
Okay, let's go with Aubameyang.
Why?
Because he scored. And he's our new number 14.
Goals,
exactly. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. We have lots of calls to get through. I wish we could keep it on longer, but we have to fly through them. Sorry.
All right then.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Yes, there you go. Aubameyang, 2 goals. What are we saying? Boom. Hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What is your name? Who do you support? And are Arsenal going to win the Europa League?
No.
Hi, I'm Yusuf, and I support Arsenal.
And are Arsenal going to win the Europa League?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You don't sound certain. You don't sound certain.
Wait. Yusuf, why? Based on what? What are you basing that on for them winning the Europa League?
To be honest with you, I think we had a good chance of doing it last year under Wenger. Like, the amount of chances we had against Atletico away, and like we didn't bury them, was ridiculous. Like, Daniel Welbeck was rubbish, and like we had so many opportunities to just actually win that match, and it really frustrated me. Didn't win that one, but I think we've got a chance this year.
Okay. And who would you say has been Arsenal's best performing player this season thus far?
Without a doubt, Lacazette.
Yeah,
okay,
he's the dude.
Okay. And do you think it's a shame that he doesn't necessarily start as much as Aubameyang, or would you like to see them?
To be honest with you, I would start. I wish Emery could somehow fit both of them up top.
Yeah, I think there's a way.
But I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to stick with Aubameyang on the left and then rotate between Mkhitaryan and Iwobi on the right. So I think that's how it's going to play out.
That doesn't make any sense. It's like, what? Everything. I don't understand why people can't just play the whole 2-striker thing. Like
I think it works, honestly. Like, Leicester put it to good effect. But, you know, it works. Like, Atletico were doing it sometimes. Like, if you get the right combination, you can make it work.
It's and
like,
also
4-4-2 is underrated.
Yeah, no, I mean, basically, I think Aubameyang and Lacazette, I feel, can form a deadly strike partnership that we've not seen since Cole and New York. So I think the thing with Emery is that I think they're too stuck in this whole modern one striker thing, blah 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 blah. Yes, Cole and New York, yes.
Hold up, Yusuf. Thank you very much for calling, my bro.
Hold up,
100%.
I just want to say one, but I just want to say,
go on.
Arsenal are easily better than Man United. I don't care what he's saying. Like, Arsenal, he's over the last 6 years since Ferguson left. Only these last 2 years he finished ahead of us. What? After 2 years under,
get me.
To win under. You're not going to win Champions League with Mourinho. You're not going to win Premier League with Mourinho. And you've got a bunch of
bad players. The Champions League.
Players like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, like, I don't understand where this whole attitude or swagger is coming from, United fans.
Like, Where's it come from? Yusuf, well said. Thank you very much, sir.
The audacity to mention Champions League on a Europa League night. The audacity.
We will be taking the final call of the night. Thank you very much.
And then this guy wants to mention Cole and York, treble winners 99.
Damn right. Hello, you're free to FanPark Live. What's your name? Who do you support? And are Arsenal going to win the Europa League?
Spreading this agenda.
My name is Mohammed and I support Manchester United.
Big up, Mohammed.
Oh. And what are we saying for Arsenal winning the Europa League?
Nah, it's definitely not going to happen.
What, am I going to have to hang up on you, bro? Oh, sorry, the connection. Nah, go on, tell us why.
First, yeah, like, you lot, like, in one game you're good, the other game you're bad.
Okay.
And, like, you can't really say you're better than Manchester United because you struggled to win the Euros. When we had the opportunity 2 seasons ago, we won it.
Okay.
And like all the only cup you lot win is FA Cup, really.
Barely.
But is winning the FA Cup not an achievement?
He's just comparing it to the other trophies.
It is, yeah, but like try win something else, Premier League, Euros, you'll see this.
So,
Mohammed, trust me, they're trying. They're just not good enough, man. They're just not good enough.
I mean, like, here it. I mean, win something more than an FA Cup.
Are you gonna tell me the guy?
More than an FA Cup. Like, I don't know how you can respond to that, man.
Mohammed, how old are you?
You're on your own here, man.
Mohammed?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, how old are you, mate?
14.
You're 14, yeah?
Past his bedtime and he's owning Adam live on air, you know?
Man said he's owning me. Listen,
you got owned by a 14-year-old.
Mohammed, if I see you on road, bruv. I'm joking. Big up you, Mohammed. Well done for calling in. We really appreciate it. Have a good evening, mate.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
My man. What a way to end the night. I love it.
A 14-year-old man.
Thank you.
I don't know why we're clapping Javon.
Oh, you want to clap Arsenal against Vorskla? We better clap everyone.
I don't know why we're clapping for Mohamed.
No, but come on. Aubameyang and Lacazette can be comparable to Colombia. Come on, man.
When
Don't be tribal.
When them man win even the Europa League, then they can even start talking about calling you.
So
them man won treble.
You saying Aubameyang and thinking I'm compared to Colombia. Can you say that right now?
When I see them do that goal that Colin York scored against Barca, then come back to me, innit? That's what I want to see.
Listen. Javon, what are we saying? Is that it? Javon? Okay, cool. Guys, obviously, I don't want to be left out again, so I'm putting back on my shades. Look at that. What other camera, fam? Okay, anyway.
man's gonna try a Men in Black thing, you know.
Take those shades off, man. You're ruining the smooth of the shades.
Listen, I'm just trying to be like, have hope, because obviously he's the... Look at him. What a flag guy. Jesus. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you very much for watching. Arsenal beat... What's the name? Vorskla. Arsenal beat Vorskla.
How's that top 3 in the world? How's that top 3?
I don't know. We're trying to end the show in peace, and this guy's just talking nonsense. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe to
Half Up Football Hot, Half Up Hot, bada bing, bada boom.
Boom.
Neek Sports,
and the 5th official, as well as UFF. Make sure you're commenting as well. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back another day. Peace.
Real fan opinions brought to you by Wash and Go.